Controller glows like a ghostly flame. Every move's a deadly game. Grave dirt clings to my broken soul. Leveling up to the deathless goal. Eyes of red, the living dread, marching onward where angels fled. Vibing with the horde tonight, undead hands in pale moonlight. Crown of ashes, power untold. Necroking gaming, taking control. Taking control.
Well, I decided to make up for the stream because last night I wasn't able to stream Kingdoms of Amalur, so I decided to do it now.
Again? Oh, it's you. I've got a feeling you pocketed that amulet for yourself, friend. Fine move, very crafty. But bad acts catch up to folks. I'm a perfect example. Bye.
Among echoes of golden coasts and silver seas, Lyria drew near. She saw the priestess asleep, reclined on dark earth amidst the cypress trees. Under the gleam of heaven's dust reflected, the mirror that tantalized the stars, Lyria whispered to Tyrion. On rocky spur of sable stone shall heaven's mount prove, is a seat of elegance near kin, a shard of night to glisten in the foam, a spire from the seabed to drip from the sky's veil. There will your people be closest to my voice. And so awoke Bayala Tyrion, the calm and majestic, to see the cliffs against the coast, and Lyria's throne before her. That does not seem so strange. I'm sure there are many people who in their youth had a similar experience, but of course I am leaving something out. I mentioned the unrest in my soul. I know it intimately. When I was young, I was visited by something unlike anything else of this world. It was an ephemeral, ghostly thing. I called it a divine spirit, for I had no better word to describe it. This thing was not fey, but possessed a timelessness like one. It glowed with an aura of magic about it, but I was not afraid, for a serene peace was born on the countenance of this divine spirit.
Here to join me in my work? You look like you could use a few moments of quiet reflection. Of course, the Cradle, an incredible setting, so rich in its magical history. I was there months ago searching for artifacts, but only came across a few random wand components and a reagent or two. Nothing fantastic, but definitely worth the trip. I am a student of the world, my friend. The world! One cannot learn what he wishes to know from books and recipes. No, he must search the countryside for answers. Look around you. This ruin holds knowledge so deep that no one man will glean it. But that will not keep Arion Raff from trying. Ha! An incredible region, one that begs to be studied. Where else can one truly get a sense of the withering war and its dramatic effects on our world? It is endlessly fascinating. We have nothing like it in all our long histories. The Fae are singular in their abhorrence of warfare. It's what makes them unique.
No, it's not Guild Wars 2, it's Kingdoms of Amalur. Re-Reckoning. How's it going, Joji?
This warped old rod? I can't imagine why you'd have any interest in it. It's a patchwork piece, cobbled together from bits and bobs. However, I did invest many hours of my life in its construction. My hands still bear the calluses. I would part with it for a price. I couldn't have parted with it for any less, you understand. A man's handiwork is still worth something. Enjoy the peace, and good day. Goodbye, then.
You may think I'm lying, but unfortunately I'm telling the truth as I saw it then anyway. This thing was a fleeting companion, but a companion nonetheless. Do you hear? It's the earthly moans of time. Listless motes of cavern dust, the crumbled ruin beneath our feet. All the ordained path of the blessed. You have found their way, their home, their solace. You're near them. No, I was wrong.
So I need to find 2 more notes to finish this task. need a lot of storage space. So what I'll do is I'll go back to Gorhart, and I just need to get the map from the wiki. There's a hidden Easter egg in Gorhart that supposedly gives 2 or 3 backpacks. I just need to put it up. Give me a second. Okay, so where is the map? Okay, so it says will be located near the path exiting from Gorhart's area. Just start at Agnar Farhall and head along the walls of the right side. Okay, so I need to go to Agnar Farhall.
Hi there.
So it should be around here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's this one. Then the second one, aim for the map by Lord Herrick, shows about and look in places underneath trees where the trunk creates a sort of cover. Lord Herrick. Wait, so the first one near the path exiting from Gorhart's area, just start at Agnar Falha and head along the walls on the right side. So I need to go on these ones, not the other one. Oh, there it is over there. So it's this one, and now the second one. Aim for where the map by Lord Herrick shows, and look in places underneath trees where the trunk creates a sort of cover. Not here.
Hi there, AV here.
I'll need to watch a tutorial about this because I really need those backpacks. Okay, so I got the map up. Okay, now I got to where I need to go. Okay, so I did the first one. The second one should be around here. Okay, so I need to go to this here jump point. Up there. So it should be around this here tree somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now the third one is this way. So it should be around this area. Here it is. Next one is the one near where I was before. Now I know this Easter egg gives backpacks, that's what I was told, but hopefully it has like a secret weapon or something. Okay, now to go for the fifth one.
Don't be a stranger.
So the fifth one should be around here. Am I blind or something? Oh, I think it's behind that tree. Yeah. Now for the sixth one. Okay, so that's all six of them. Oh, okay. So now I just need to go back to the room I was in. Should be easy. But it says I'm not allowed to teleport to Gorhard, so I need to run all the way back.
Be careful in the forest.
Oh, I think this is it. It is. So supposedly these guys here are the developers.
New in Gallheart?
Okay, so what did I get? Wait, so that's it? Minus 99% damage, but 50 increased speed. Oh, I see, it also gave me some armor as well. Oh, it also added swords. I don't need that one though. Oh, it's... Wait, it leveled me up. Not only did it give me armor and weapons, but it also leveled me up. All the way to the max level. Okay, I don't think I should have done that. I just wanted the backpacks. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna complain about it. If I knew this would happen, I would have done this earlier. How do I have 30 extra points? I already got all skills here. Smoke bombs or something. You know what? I want to summon a skeleton. So I'll just quickly add points to this. got a summon skeleton. That should be nice. I'll take the healing as well, since I already got points for it. So, what did that unlock? Oh, it unlocked the arena. The 3 arenas. Well, that's nice. I'll take it. Anyway, let's continue finishing the quests in Amalur.
Welcome.
Okay. I got 130 storage space.
Watch yourself.
Good day, traveler.
Wait, is this skill permanent?
This is a nice village.
Oh, it's not.
I left family in Culm. We couldn't take everyone.
I mean, it's a nice looking armor set, but it's not my style.
The Great Cycle brought powerful magic to Amalur. The arcane veil begat King Issa's reign, and all things in balance, also its destruction. The seasons passed, the summer wilted into autumn, and Lord Olm culled his strength. King Issa's sway receded, as does the
What
shade.
the?
The Feylands rested from their sprouting, and a haze of indolence silenced the woods. When the winter moon waned, it began. A terrible thunder rolled across the darkened plains of Erethdel.
It summoned a ghost? What about this? Yeah, that's my boy.
You're in my path, stranger. I ask that you step aside before I cast you off the cliffs. I hold it as dear as any Fey, but my time had come. However, I took a piece of the cradle with me, a part of a weapon I was meant to protect. I'd earned that right. Can't you feel it? Ever since the Withering War, this stretch of earth has been enchanted. Some prefer to call it cursed, but I see all of this magic as a blessing. I walk the broken hills and ravines, searching for the answers to this question. What lies across the sea? Who is calling me with her fiery breath and knowing whisper? I was once part of the deep slumber, but wished to depart the dreaming to pursue something that is more familiar to mortals like you. Ambition. For seasons, I dwelled in the cradle of summer, as is my role in the telling. But something called to me from beyond the sea. A whisper of power and corruption. I fought our winter court enemies right here on this soil. But it was all in vain. The seasons pass as they always have, and always will. There is no ending the winter. That's laughable. I don't know you, I don't trust you, and I don't like the looks of you. I'm plagued by visions of what your kind call the future. A telling beyond the present. It is all because of this new god. She clouds my thoughts, confuses me. You appeal to me using your mortal sense of guilt, something I truly do not understand. However, my role in the telling does not include Riven or Tarsus. Take my staff. The peace you seek is within. May it bring clarity to the deep slumber. Go on.
The deep slumber predicted your coming, as it did many things about you. You were meant to find the staves, to reforge them, and ultimately to keep them. Those of my kind do not flinch from the winter, but the nights grow exceptionally cold and the air holds the stench of decay. Mortals, it seems, will outlast us all. Take the staffs, wield them. They have called you as they once called down the lightning and lit the earth with fire. Do not lose heart on your perilous journey. Farewell.
It says very slow speed, but I was attacking those guys faster. Okay, what I'll do is I'll actually I kinda want to do the Warsworn quests, just so I can have the Warsworn armor. But that would honestly take way longer than than the hour I got left. So I'll just finish the quests here, and then later I'm gonna do the Warsworn quests. Wait, this guy can fight for me as well. Oh, that's nice. Oh, this time I got a spider to fight for me.
Greetings.
Hi Alex, it's been a while. How's it going? How's life treating you? I don't need those. That could be better. You? I'm good. I honestly decided to stream this morning because last night I was supposed to stream this game and Phasmophobia, but I didn't have time to stream this game. I was busy IRL, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stream this game now to make up for it. What were you up to this morning? How's school? good seeing you going further and further in the streaming. I mean, I do my best. I'm not that popular, but hey. Even if there's one person watching there, I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, that's the goal, right? I mean, yeah, I do hope to have people watching more and more.
What do you want? Do you always approach strangers out in the wild? It's a bad habit, to be sure. I don't care where we are. All I care about is finding some place to call home.
Is it just me, or is my character glitching for some
I just want
reason?
a decent night's sleep. I was a seamstress who made nets for the coastal fishermen.
Yeah, it
My
feels
hands
like
may
it's
be
glitching.
callous, but they're strong. Few of us had even spoken to each other before the Tuatha came. But tragedy has a way of throwing disparate souls together.
He's in fact glitching.
What kind of question is that? You want to know about the Tuatha? Go back to Tawili. Gaze at the fires that never cease. There's your education. What was I supposed to do? The Tuatha will sow terror far beyond Tawili to the depths of Dalantarth if they can.
Okay,
I
it's
only
not
did it for
glitching
the money.
anymore.
But I
The
will never
effect
do it again.
just
You have my
ended.
word. Spare me, please. Bye.
I think it's this chicken's fault I was glitching. So I'm gonna kill this chicken, both of them. Lex, you hungry for some chicken? I got two.
Another day in the sun.
Also, Lex, do tell me, should I keep this ring? It basically makes me deal just 1 damage, 1 DPS, but it gives me 50% speed, so I move faster. It's good for exploring, but when it's time for a fight, I'll switch it for this ring, just to show how it works. Look at that. Look at that speed. I'm Usain Bolt. But the thing is, wait, I'm gonna jump down here. Look at this. I do 1 damage. Well, I'm gonna get going because I got work to do. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Lex, and good luck with work. I'll see you around. Wait, I didn't accept that quest.
Welcome. I know our little camp doesn't look like much, but it's home. After all, what is home but a place where people love you? I am Lord Crass, heir to Dolve Arn, and soon to be mayor of New Culm. It is no place for these people. I've seen many sorrowful sights in my travels abroad, and nothing could have prepared me for the suffering I've witnessed here. If what they say is true, then the Forsaken Plain is truly cursed. Only the Fae could have spoiled a place so utterly. To them, death is just a new beginning. My cousin Pliath Arn abandoned Dolve Arn for a life of waste and frivolity in Rathir. When the war began, I was forced to hand everything over to the Alfar army, except Erlich here. I will return one day. It is my birthright. The war took everything these poor folk possessed. Their farms, their families, their future. Now they search for hope in a hopeless land. At Dolve Arn, I was born into wealth, into prestige, and I took it for granted. That is why I've devoted myself to raising these good people up. Out here? No. I have not seen any Tuatha on this long, treacherous road. However, there are plenty of other dangers to avoid. Trust me. Bandits prowl the high cliffs to the east, and there is talk of spies among the refugees. But I am not one to heed rumors and suspicions. Ah, I'm glad you asked. The village of Culm was a place of peace, of prosperity. Now it is little more than ashes and bones. But by burning our homes, the Tuatha have kindled in us a fire for survival. We will build a new Culm. All I need is the gold to support this bold undertaking, possibly by retrieving the treasures of Culm. Care to help? There are many valuables, but only a chosen few will fetch the kind of gold we need to begin construction. A painting, an urn, a box, and some jewelry. A nobler soul I've never met. Now, here is what I intend to do, because like all good leaders, I have a plan. My plan involves the treasures of Culm. The people of this good village were not mere farmers, but members of the highest strata. Their collection of valuables was truly second to none. To safeguard those possessions, and because many proved cumbersome on this long journey, they hid them. I want you to bring them to me. Sadly, we will need to sell them. The items are in Bitter Cove, east of here near the hills. It was deserted when we spent the night there, but I fear it's been occupied since then. Goodbye.
then returned the prophetess to her people, who, content with largesse, would stay in their wintry country. Tyrion spoke, as I know, her silken robes the fabric of Lyria's hand. Hail! The words of the goddess I herald unto her people, and have I heard from starlit lands in her woven grasp. Her way is east, that way which we must travel, for these frosty vales are not beautiful. Our cousins, we say unto you, be no more troubled by our plight. We will go to the opposite ends of Alfaria, and be Dokofar content.
It is from this tale that you mortals create myths. There were many battles, many losses, many victories. The Tempest spared no one. Your ancestors hid as the ground trembled under the gathered armies of Lord Olm. They whispered tales of the radiant Issa, striking the winter Fae like lightning, tearing the looming clouds. It was everything you know of war.
Why can't I loot this grain?
Stop staring at me. I'm not doing anything strange. You're the outsider here. I worked in my uncle's granary. I hated it, but I guess that doesn't matter now. I'll take the little gold I have left and start my own business. Someplace safe, I hope. I'm just here. What do you want me to say? My farm was burned just like everyone else's. They had farms in Culm, right? They aren't so scary. People round here are just bitter because the Tuatha destroyed their lives. I guess it's mostly a matter of perspective. Tuatha? Are you mad? The only thing I know about the Tuatha is how they killed my cousins and put my granary to the torch.
Hello, Stream Hub. How's it going?
Who told you? Was it Froma? I knew she was weak. I need the gold, okay? The Tuatha took everything. The least I can do is take their money. Listen, spare me and I'll leave. Disappear. Just go where they can never find me. That's a promise. Goodbye.
There are spies among us. The enemy knew too much.
I saw you coming. Hoped you'd visit. Just about mad with worry. What with the freemen roaming the hills and caverns. Tell me, child, have you noticed a young woman about? She's quite fair, with red hair, a tattoo like mine across her cheek. It's been 3 days. Their campfires burn all through the night and cast unsettling shadows. They're the worst kind of bandits. Those who don't kill for excess, but for necessity. I am no one. Everything that defined me, my livelihood, my family, my home, all of them were left ash by the Tuatha. Lyra is my life now. None of us wish to be without a roof over our heads, begging for our meals from any man or woman who passes us by. It's not what any of us planned. It was fate. My newfound love, and the only person I have. Everyone, my wife, my son, my grandchildren, all of them were killed in the attacks. Nothing remains but Lyra. She and several of her friends went in search of a better place to make our camp. This wretched sun takes its toll, doesn't it? They never returned, and I worry. Would you do an old man this one kindness? Would you help me find her? Thank you. I am not rich, not anymore. But what I have left to give is yours. It means nothing without my love. Lyra went in search of refuge in Oriata's tomb. A better place than this desolate cliff. I would try the cemetery on the hill where they buried all the old war heroes. She resisted my advances at first. Tried to use our differences in age to deny their connection. But in the end, fate played its beautiful hand. We began as friends. I was the hunter and she was my apprentice. Her skills quickly surpassed my own. She is a gifted woman, a true wonder. A fitting memorial for a great man. He saved our people from complete destruction. If I had the strength, I would climb that hill and pay my respects. She and her friends were crawling all over the hill near Oriata's tomb. Not exactly the way to show respect. She meant well. Be careful.
Why did this guy run away?
Right in.
You're a welcome sight. A minute more and I'd be joining our friends on the hill here. Thanks for the assistance. I just figured everyone out here in the Forsaken Plain was either a refugee or one of the freemen. Looks like I was wrong. I don't mind it as much as most, but I was raised in Detir, so I can handle the heat. Can't stand the bandits, though. It's impossible to get a decent night's sleep. You've got to watch your step in the Forsaken Plain, for every cave holds a bandit. Every refugee might be a cheat out to swindle us all. The freemen are especially fierce, for they're fighting not for the take, but for their very survival. Not so different than you or I, they are. I'm a refugee, like the others in the tents. It's a desperate place. People will do anything to see the next morning. Steal, kill, you name it. Not all of us are from the village of Kolm. We come from all along the Tuili coast. Farmers and merchants, veterans and scholars. The Tuatha have put our possessions to the flame, but we will never accept defeat. Not so long as leaders like Lord Crass and Elrod Edmund act as our standard bearers. Actually, I'm a bit ashamed to say. I'm searching for a grave. But not just any grave. The last resting place of Azo Raymond, richest of the Tuili merchants. They say he died early in the march west, claimed by the Forsaken Plain. Rumor has it he's buried with the famous rings of Azo. I could live a year on those. I'm glad to hear it. There's plenty of ground to cover between here and Rathir to the north, and another pair of eyes will be a huge advantage. Most of the graves are along the refugee route, usually surrounded by crude markings or gestures left by loved ones. It's a pity they couldn't do more. I heard Azo profited greatly from the war in the east, but that he was forced from his home when the Tuatha plundered Erethel. He moved west with the refugees. But the Forsaken Plain is no place for fat, wealthy merchants. They say he died quickly, with not a soul to mourn him. If I knew, I wouldn't be hiking all over this hill, reading names on worn gravestones. With my luck, it's on the other side of the Forsaken Plain. Bye.
That's a lot of gold.
I knew someone would come. They all said we were as good as dead, but I held out hope. I don't know why. Never had any reason to hope before. So what's your story? Grave robber? Treasure hunter? Or like us? A refugee in search of shelter? The name fits. We didn't have an easy life when we farmed the fields below Culm. But it was nothing like this. If the bandits don't get you, the starvation will. She's from the camp on the hill leading into a mare. She's a liar and a thief. Twice I've caught her sneaking into our tents to steal food. Worse than a boggart. Omer Vogard was Culm's primary hunter. But it wasn't long after the Tuatha attacked that his hands gave out. Now I can't even hold a bow without shaking. I took over his job, and his heart. I tend to stalk my prey as opposed to shoot it. Something about looking it in the eye before it dies. There's respect in that. He is my beloved. Yes, there is a difference in our ages. But I believe that Omar's experiences have given him a lust for life, one to rival a man with half his years. I don't know much about Oriator, but what they taught in the village schoolhouse, before it was burned down. He was a war hero. Gallifore Fields, I'd gather. We probably could have sought refuge in Mathir, but there is no way that Dokkalfar would have allowed us to stay. But if we don't belong there, where do we belong? You did? Well, here I was about to start complaining about them. We've been trapped down here for days, unable to get past those blades, and you simply walk in and disable them, just like that. I'm impressed. I'll say thanks, but the person you're really going to want to talk to is Omar. He moved mountains to find me. Come along now. The others are waiting back at camp. Bye.
To save us?
Our savior.
Yes?
I hate this hole. Finally.
It's about time.
I hate this hole. At last.
I knew I could count on you to bring her back. I could see it in your eyes. A spark of recognition. You have a love too. Or did at one point, you know. There is no thanks worthy of this deed. But you were entitled to something. I was a hunter once. Those days are finished. Yours, it seems, are just beginning. Goodbye.
Hello.
Not many people would aid a bunch of refugees with no standing and nothing to offer. You're different, and that's good.
Oh, so that's the tomb I couldn't open.
road has been long for you, my friend. You wear the dust of a job well done. I thank you. The people of the Twili Coast thank you. I have seen much savagery on the eastern shores. May it stay there, where blood fills the boots of the fallen. We all do our part. You have done yours. Stay vigilant.
Good day, traveler.
Avoid the gate. Hello.
Save me.
May I help you? There is very little of interest to know about me. I'm a simple scholar. I'm here for the serenity, the quiet. It took much gold to secure a permanent residence here, and for reassurances that there would be few questions. They are poor creatures. I pity them, as should you. Where did you hear that name? The man you speak of is dead, and all of his wealth has died with him. I told you, I don't know the man. Enough. You're persistent, I understand. What do you want? I want no part of that old life. Not the gold, not the reputation, not the worry. I made that false grave because I was tired of people hounding me for salvation. Wish to know where my money is? I'll tell you. It's gone. All gone. All I have left are my family rings. I just want to be left alone. To start over. Can't you appreciate that? Please, show me some mercy. Thank you. It was never my intent to hurt anyone, or to deny the needy what they deserve. But I am one man, and all I have left is for my future generations. Take this ring. I don't like to owe anyone, not anymore. He was my gardener. When the Tuatha killed him, I decided to take his name. It was the only thing he had that belonged to him. Perhaps he lives on now because of me. Goodbye.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Hello again.
I'm just about ready to give up. Tell me, have you heard any news of Britt Hagney or his final resting place? Lost to the Forsaken Plain, he is. Oh well, it's certainly worth the search. Can't even imagine the kind of new life those rings would have given me. It's better not to think about. Thanks for your help. Here's a little something for your trouble. I'll be seeing you around.
remarkable. The treasures of Culm. They are more beautiful than I remember. This is truly an achievement. One that will shape the days to come, I promise you. You will have it, as you deserve something equal to the great service you have done me and the refugees. I have acquired many tools and weapons during this long journey west. I have set them aside to use in constructing New Culm, but I now offer them to you. You are welcome to one item from my private hoard as thanks. Erlich will accompany you, of course. His spear may come in handy along the way. Goodbye.
Not in the mood to talk. It's hot, not to tear hot, but dry enough to choke a barghest. If you must know, I hate the heat. My delicate skin can't handle the exposure. I'm joking with you, fool. I don't speak ill of my masters. Nice try. They're not a very organized group, but that's what makes them unpredictable. As far as bandits go, the Freemen aren't the worst, but they know how to get the job done. You'll find bands of them here and there across the Forsaken Plain, just waiting to filch what they can from the unprepared. That's why I'm here. Well, here we are. It's time to get started. And by that I mean I'm supposed to kill you, here, away from the eyes of the refugees. As you've probably guessed, there is no reward. There never was. Krass is probably halfway to Rathir by now. Never trust nobles, my friend. Even false ones. Now, I'm not in the mood for killing at the moment, but orders are orders. I suppose you're right. He never did treat me well, tricky fellow. You know what? You go and give him a scare. Bloated fool deserves it.
Don't know what it'll take to make this farm a farm again. Me and my Cerebel have wandered far and wide, driven off by the war, driven back by rogues and scoundrels. That's my pretty love. Don't know where I'd be without her. Those were terrible times. What I'd like to know is why Tawilli's still an ugly scar, and the Forsaken Plains are worse. But here, you'd hardly know it happened. This farm isn't as it was long ago. It's forgotten us. That's what it's done. Goodbye.
You've come to Nareen Farm. What's left of it, that is. Here we are after years away, and it's as if... well, as if the Earth's forgotten us. Oh, he's a bit quiet, I know, but he's the man for me. Wouldn't have no other. Look at it, laid out before you. How many nights that we've been lonesome wanderers have I dreamed of seeing this again, and now at last we've returned. Me and Arik here have come back to farm our land. We've been many years away, endured many a trial and hardship to return. Without some kind of miracle, it's no farm at all. Mind you, I'm well aware that's just how Tyrann's Rest wants it. To think we once called them friends and neighbors. Am I right, Arik? When the war came and burned our farm, they turned their backs on the likes of us. That, or it's forgotten how to be a farm. We'll have no choice but to leave. Unless some miracle comes, and... why, Arik dear, we'd clean forgot the paling wand. Oh, but it's deep in the hollow, and the Adaris Hollow's not safe. Not safe at all. Well, if the stories are true, Arik's granddad used it to tame this high land and make crops grow. He'd always say how he had to return it to the hollow, so the hollow's magic could fill it up again. Our seeds don't take, or they turn into other plants. The weeds grow monstrous, and the tilled earth wanders out of planted rows. It's hopeless. You would? There are all sorts of wild fae in there. Oh, but that wand would save us. Adaris Hollow's due south, just below the bluff. If you can bring the wand to us, I don't know how we'll thank you. Let us hope it is, or we'll have no choice but to leave once more. Well, you'll find the hollow due south, and the slope down from the bluff. For now.
I saw you speaking with the vagrants on Beggar's Bluff. What lies have they told you? Why have you come this way? You must not. Lyria has cast them out. The very fact that they must debase our blessed valley with Fae sorcery proves it. Instead, you should bring the wand to me. Priestess Lorella will destroy it, and that will be an end to that. They'll be forced to go. Those heights across the Vale went by another name before the war. Now, because of the filthy refugees who wander in from the western plains, we call it Beggar's Bluff. Galafor has been sanctified and blessed by Lyria. Those who weathered her wrath unscathed are blessed as well. I will not deny the Nareens lived here once. I even played with Arak as a girl, but they have no place here anymore. Lyria did not shield them from the Tuatha. It was against her will that they remain. We are truly blessed that she is here to lead us. I'm fortunate she holds me in her closest confidence. Only to see those vagrants leave our land peacefully, nothing more. Fear not, you will be rewarded with gold as well as Lyria's grace.
For 500 summers, autumns, winters, and springs, the blossoms on my pearl tree bloomed ceaselessly and wantonly and fair. Why today have they fallen like tears? A dark doubt whispers, these flowers will not come again.
Hello! You've been to the Hollow? Did you find the Paling Wand? Why, I remember her. Weaselly and cruel behind folks' backs. Always trailed in Aurella's skirt tails, whatever she did. That Aurella, she was what you'd call quite a bit adventurous before the war came and she took up the priestess mantle. 1,000 blessings on your head. Look, Arik, the Paling Wand. Just as your grandfather spoke of it. You've given us hope when we needed it most. We have little to offer but these herbs. Take them, and bless you. I, for one, will take great joy in wishing her sour face a blessed day every time we meet. The Paling Wand will let us make a farm of this abandoned waste. Not without sweat and toil, mind you, but make it all the same. So long.
Back's sore and my heart's full. Farming's just as I remember it. Cerebel says with the wand we'll fare all right. I'm sure she knows. Right then.
First, the Pyrrhal tree. Then the shapes of trees and heads and hawks, made by the white caps of the waves before they crashed. Then 1,000 other wonders in my lands have faded, failed, and fallen still. All I know and love is slipping from my grasp.
Well, I already conjured a Bogart. Purple stone there. Red stone here. And blue stone over here.
Will I watch the last of life flow from my land? Will I stand still as stone while the essence of its beauty drains away? No. Like Issa, girding armor against Own, I, Mihari, will wrestle with the sinking sun, if that is what it takes to keep my land. The Summer Fae suffered the winter's onslaught. They collided amidst lightning and fire, and a godstorm gathered up the land in its embrace, crushing it. Do you remember the steady rain? The hail of bodies, both wintry and warm? It was a sword carving the plains with death.
I know this sword doesn't do as much damage as the other one did, but I know of a mod that scales with level, scales items with your level. So once I get the hammer and armor set that I want, I'll install that mod to scale it to level 50.
Taxing through swamp and ice, desert and wood, was the exodus from frozen lands. Upon each hill the priestess sang, and closer to Erethel they came. The people walked in groups, the future houses of Rathir, planning the lives of gold and silver, music and laughter. Lush fields and streams Tyrion described to farmers, the first makers of the bread and food we eat today. The mages that awaited Lyria's touch now reap her power.
You look like you've been in some tight spots. There's a bounty out on a damn set of deserters. What do you say? A fact of life. There are cowards and lying rogues, and that's that. But when they up and run with things of value, that's another thing altogether. Haven't you been? You can feel something and you begin to rot the moment you set foot over there. At least I did. I did 5 years in Cluricon. Then I got this post back here, seeing fresh recruits trained and off to war. Look at it. Scarred and singed as a blacksmith's hand. That is what you get from war. 5 full crew of fresh recruits had the gall to get fully equipped on our gold coin before they up and ran. The turntails, arms, and armor we can do without. But I'm afraid we also gave each crew a bottle of bog staunch, That's what I need recovered. Cure for a sickness that strikes some the moment they enter Cluricon. Devilish hard to make. We can't have fool deserters running off with any. So you do, so you do. Find me all 5 bottles, and you've got your bounty. Those fools have run off down the coast, I imagine, hiding here and there. There are things in the air in Cluricon. It doesn't strike everyone, but some get awfully sick their first days there. Bogstaunch gets them through it, so we pack a jug with every crew we send over there. They'll be up and down the Tawili coast, I think, hiding where they damn well can.
Did you think the whole army was across the water in Cluricon? No, I'm afraid some of us are stuck here in Dolve Arn in Rathir. Used to belong to House Arn, but that soft sot that inherited wanted nothing to do with it. His loss, the army's gain. The Freemen are a rogue group of our own soldiers who have grown disenfranchised by the war and decided it's easier to cause trouble at home than to keep the Tuatha at bay. I know they're as cooped up there as we are here, but someday that siege will lift. I want to be there when it does. No one's quite sure why Sully rebelled against us. A lot of the soldiers are feeling fatigued, though, after fighting for so long. That's why most join with Freemen. While it's true we Alpha lead, many humans proudly fill our ranks. All mortals unite against the damned Tuatha Fae. They're not mortal for one, nor sane either. I've seen them firsthand.
May your stay in Rathir be pleasant.
In search of a game of hexes?
May your
You want
stay in
Kest
Rathir
in the
be
lower
pleasant.
tunnels.
What am I going to do? I've got to be going, but I can't. And I can't go back to Dolve Arn, but I must. I am the rightful heir to Dolve Arn, or I was at any rate. I've spent the last few years in lovely old Rathir, pretending like a fool nothing would change. It was my home. That was before I deeded it to the Alfar army and went to Rathir with my pocket full of gold. It went 10 years untouched by the Tuatha foe. That's common knowledge. 10 years stuck in a cold stone prison was how I saw it. Nothing like it anywhere in Amalur, I promise you. Beauty, elegance, wisdom. There's no putting it to words, really. Honestly, I feel like a hare hunted by hawks out here. The war, my friend. The war. I've been called. The truth is, I should have been gone days ago. Only I'd be far more eager for the adventure if I had my family arms with me. They're in there, Doveyan. Ancestral staff and talisman. What any self-respecting Arn's worn to battle since time immemorial. If I hadn't left them somewhere in that damned tower, I'd be wearing them now. I'm not supposed to be here. I ought to have shipped out days ago. That's what I've been trying to say. I need, well, want to get my family arms and slip off before anyone knows I was here. Only how? You're serious, aren't you? Well, with any luck, the old staff and talisman are still in one piece back there, though I have my doubts. I'd pay just to know if they are or not. Thing is, Doveyan's an official army post now. To get in, you'll need an officer's pass. By tradition, an Arn bears staff and talisman to battle. My brother bore them in Oriator's stand and died of his wounds 3 days after. Only I left them in Doveyan when I gave it to the army. Goodness only knows where they are, or what shape they're in now. Arn family history's riddled with this cursed war. My father and brothers have done so much for the cause, I shouldn't have to lift a finger. Well, you need to get into Doveyan. For that, you'll need an officer's pass. You might borrow one, or get hold of a forgery. Mooncamp might be good for that. Hurry if you can. They might find me any moment.
Or I can just use my persuasion skills to get in.
I have rolled up the song within these lands, raked the life from the bones of the earth. I've left it shivering and stripped bare. I hold its dying magic in my arms.
This is Doveyan. You an officer? Got an officer's pass? No pass, no entry. This here's our base, barracks and storehouse west of the Forian Strait. It played a bigger role back when the war raged where you and I stand now. But that was near on 10 years back. I gave my captain back chalk once, just once. And what do I get? 3 months guard duty, day and night. It's a privilege to wear the steel helm. All who do should be proud. That's right, officers only. If you've got a pass, show it here. An hard night drinking in Rathir, was that it? Woke up with less in your pockets than you used to have? If I had a gold piece every time. We see that, especially from your sort, just back from the front. Well, have this pass we keep for visiting dignitaries. And try not to drink so much. That's right, you're allowed.
flame stuff. Damn it. Is there any weapon with fire damage around here? I guess I won't be able to loot those chests until I get a fire weapon.
Sure is a mess in the back.
So, you got in old Doveyan then? I hope it wasn't much trouble. Were you able to recover my arms? The staff wasn't rotted through, was it? That's it! No mistaking this old piece of wood. I feel braver just holding it in my hands. And the talisman? Did you find it in its place? Ah, wonderful. I couldn't say how many blades and arrows this saved my family from. I'll feel safer with it on my arm, all the same. Here, have this for your troubles. Life in a fortress sounds grand, but I'd take Rathir, with its fetes and food and fair-eyed ladies, any day. The name of Arn kept me safe until now, but a war is a hungry beast, and I suppose it was in my cards to be called sooner or later. And Lyria... guard us both.
Time may sap this country dry and night put out its spark. Still one valley will not be changed. For in its depth lies buried all the magic from these lands, and I will call it Galliford, and it will sing my dying song long after all the rest is dust.
Welcome to Tyrion's Reach. For truly, my children, we are loved and blessed by Lyria. Lyria, goddess of fate, who holds the cards that spell our mortal lives. Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong and the proud fall beneath her displeasure. Go in, those she holds dear prosper and thrive. I have heard from Graham how you aided those vagrants. I am disappointed that you did not do what was right. However, all that comes to pass is within Lyria's plan. Time and faith will reveal her vision. By my Lady Lyria's grace, I have the power to heal and to cure. In the 10 years since war swept across these plains, I have guided this village by Lyria's light and by the wisdom of her teachings. I was a humble student of faith when I heard the call. It was so keen and clear. I left the temple that day to serve my people as I could. We must do what we can for our Alfar soldiers across the water. Mayra, our innkeep, takes donations for the cause. Our village is a lesson in Lyria's blessings. Take the two villages, Tyrion's Rest and Culm. When the Tuathas struck this land, which stood strong? That which loved Lyria most. You may visit its ruins on the coast. They are a testament to what befall all who displease my Lady of Fate. Aethiof's daughter, and the others who went to resettle there showed great ignorance as to the finality of her will. When the war brought Fae to our doors, there was but one righteous Almain, our own Aethiof. That is why we welcomed him and his willful daughter to our home. Bless you, child.
Filthy refugees. Don't they know they don't belong?
Oh, please, can't you help? I need someone to travel to the Tawili coast. It's my daughter. I'm a merchant, originally of Culm, and I have seen my share of grief. The village stood alone along the Tawili coast, overlooking the sea. It was one of the first places to fall when the Tuatha invaded. Culm has been abandoned for years, and it's a place best forgotten. Anella was determined to rebuild it, though. This is my adopted home. The people have been good to me here. But there is no use talking to them of certain things. I gave up trying long ago. It's the land that lies along the western edge of the Forian Strait. The coast bore the brunt of the Tuatha invasion 10 years ago. Anella led a group of refugees to the town of Culm. I warned her not to go, but she's always been a strong-willed girl. I should have heard from her by now, and the caravanners say that bands of Tuatha have landed on the coast. If anything happened to Anella, I don't know what I'd do. Please, help me. It's been 10 years since we drove the Tuatha from these lands, and still the refugees are living in tents on the Forsaken Plain. They've talked of resettling Culm. Anella took up their cause and agreed to lead them there. You will? At last! Mitharu bless you, friend. Anella led the refugees to the ruins of Culm on the Tawili coast. Look for her there. If she's hurt, bring her back safely. If she's dead, I know what Culm meant to her. She was just a child when we fled. But this is folly. Even though the Tuatha army is held inside Cluricon, small groups can sneak through the mountains and across the water. It's happened before. If the rumors are true, Anella and the refugees will be right in the path of any raiders. The ruins lie south of Rathia and the old battleground. If there's trouble, the settlers may have hidden, possibly in the village. My Anella, I'm so worried.
Those she holds dear prosper and thrive. Yet the strong and the proud fall beneath her displeasure. Go in peace. Be guided and blessed by Lyria, my children.
How do I get to there? Oh, this leads to this area. I still have Talarine and Kentrian to complete.
You're sure there are Tuatha here in Tuili? It has happened before. Maybe they'll meet some of my good-for-nothing runaways and give them a thrashing.
They found me! Thank Mitharu. I thought I'd die here, the last of Culm's settlers, alone. She promised we'd rebuild Culm. Should have known that was impossible. Can't blame her. We chose to come here, hoping that war was far enough gone that we might rebuild. All around you, this was Culm. It might have been again, but now everyone is gone. Damn Tuatha. After 10 years spent wandering the plains, we thought we could rebuild our homes. How could we be so wrong? When we arrived, there was nothing here. Then, like a second dawn march, they were everywhere. Why do they hate us? They're not like the other Fae. It was after the Tuatha's first defeat in Erythel. They were scattered, but regrouped south of Tuili. Under cover of night, they marched north, and with the dawn attacked Rathir. General Telera's forces cut them off and drove them back into the sea. Anella and the foragers were out when the Tuatha came. It was a massacre until they returned and drove them off. She and the others set off for Verki, where Anella said they came from. If you've got any hope of finding her alive, you'll get there quickly. Verki, head south through the narrow pass, then turn east. If you want to help her, you'd better go now. Anyone who could fight had left to forage. When the Tuatha finally came, there was no one to resist. Stronghold in southern Tuili, mostly destroyed during the war.
I appreciate the help, but my work here isn't done. Unless you're going deeper into Verki, I'll take my leave. What did my father say of me? I can look after myself, though I'm grateful for your help all the same. I should have sent word, but I wanted to give him good news from Colm. Tell him things had gotten better. But they never did. And it's my fault that the refugees were lost. After 10 years, we thought we could rebuild. I led them here, and here they died. The idea was mine, as is the blame. Those of us who could defend ourselves went out to find supplies. The rest stayed and helped in ruins. Tuatha picked us off, one by one. We were out looking for supplies. Came home to find Tuatha attacking the village. All those people dead. At the hands of those monsters. We drove off the first group, but they just kept coming. The survivors scattered. I left to find where the Tuatha had come from. Most of this place fell in the war, but it appears the lower levels were mostly unharmed. Lucky for us. I'm not going back until the work is done. You'll just have to help. They're coming in through the water gates in the depths of this place. They must have found them. That's their way in. We see Tuatha crawling out of here every time we pass. As for the gates, I remember them from when I was a child, before the Tuatha came. Unexpected, but thank you. With you here, we just might make it. Let's go. At the bottom, of course. They were used to let boats in. You can be sure we'll find more Tuatha along the way. Are we going? There's the lever to the gate. Throw it. The gate lever. There! The gate lever. There! They can't get in this way anymore. Let's go. It's finished. Return with me. If I know my father, he'll want to thank you in person. Are we going?
Has anyone seen Candialy?
I will never forget what you have done for me. And Anella. No thanks could ever be enough, but please, accept this humble reward. Not a bird to be caged, I'm afraid. Still, I hope her time on the Tawili coast has opened her eyes to the realities of the world. Just an old merchant with his share of grief, but his share of fortune, too. I have a home here in Tyrion's Rest, and my daughter by my side. I too dream of seeing Culm rebuilt, but I fear it will be years past this war's end before such a thing could be.
Welcome, welcome. Tifroy Terrian, purveyor of fine locks, keys, etc. Now, Crinius wrote 3 centuries ago that locks are the failing of social order. But I say, he failed to grasp the thing in itself, the beauty of it. A pinnacle of gnomish thought. Like all our finest scholars, he was ignored in his time, died a sordid death, and quoted by everyone ever since. Nothing like my own Odessa, other than the sheer amount of work, stone, and people. A bit too fancy, if you ask me. It's an odd place for a gnome, yes, but I find Rathir good for business, and these rustic plains good for peace of mind. I keep to myself and stay out of politics, though I find that praise Lyria is useful.
Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong and the proud fall beneath.
Well, a new... Welcome to the Reed Song Inn. Come in, and Lyria light your way.
If you can spare a coin for our troops in the war, well then, all the better. Our goddess and protector, the Alphar's guiding light, it was her will we were spared the Fae sword 10 years back. As long as you're not a sodding Fae, you're most welcome here. I hear the conditions in Cluricon are just wretched. My own son was there, gave his life for the cause. That's why I've taken up collection. Every coin goes to those poor soldiers across the water. High Priestess Tyrion made camp right here on her sojourn to settle Rathir. It is said she was given a vision by Lyria on this very ground. That I do. We all must do our part. Have you got a few coin to spare, then? And what about them? I don't see what they're doing to fight the Fae. There's a good soul. Say, would you do one more favor for an olden keep? This purse is full of collections. Would you be so good as to bring it to the box in our sanctuary? I can't go myself, and there's someone I can't trust. If you want to know the truth of it, someone's been swiping from the collections. We don't know who, but I'm sure you weren't the one. Lyria, bless your fate. Sanctuary's just across the bridge at the end of the walk. The box is inside. And if you happen upon the thief, and in my opinion it must take place in the darkest night, tell the priestess to white nil at once. Well, so long.
It's safe from here to Rathir.
Ah, the collections.
I have heard someone's been stealing from the box. Can't imagine who.
Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong and the proud...
Why, hello. Welcome to Brad and Sergrin. What brings the likes of you to our peaceful little town? If it's trade, Aethiof and I are more than happy to have your business. She'll make a fine trader, once she's got that wanderlust out of her blood. Common of the youth, don't you think? It's good to have Aethiof with his heart and head back in the business. And of course, Anella home as well. Just an old merchant, enjoying a comfortable life in the countryside, although trade has been rather slow lately. The priestess is quite a boon to our community. I don't know if we'd be so prosperous without her guidance. We buried our things during the war. I left something I love, but with all the danger there, I won't go wading back. Trade is good. Not what you'll find in Rathir, to be sure. But please, have a look for yourself. Oh yes, Lyria's blessing, our priestess calls it. We have good trade, good health. No violence, no crime. Why, not a soul's been thrown in the... Ah, Gwastel, you old fool. You never did know when to keep your mouth shut. No, I've said too much already. Now listen here. If I so much as breathe a word of the prisoner, Priestess Corellon will... Oh, but there I've gone again. Please, not a word of this to anyone. I've said more than I should already. They'll be angry with me if they find out. Please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. I've gone and run on at the mouth again. Tyrion's Rest is a lovely place, and what's done is done, and locked away and forgotten. Good day, then.
Here's a valiant adventurer come to sleepy Tyrion's Rest. The war cheer you up and spit you out too? If not, it will. And you'll find yourself in some damn tavern, rotting behind a mug of ale. Just a sorry old remnant of the war. Not sorrier than those damn refugees, the poor sots. That's not the talk of them in this village. Lyria doesn't love them, or so I've heard. And she's not the only one. The war? Ha! The war's a grislier beast than these poor fools have dreamt of. It's a fine hill, if you like to sit and rot in your old age. That or praise Lyria's toes morn, noon and night. Oh, Aurella won't be too happy about this. Well, I never said a word, but if you happen to wander down to Burren Cove, behind the jail itself, well, there might be sights to see. All right.
Hello, stranger.
Who goes there? Stand forth. You, what do you think you're doing here? State your business or leave. It's what we've got for a prison here. Common cells off that way. They don't get much use. Hardly none at all. Then there's, well, there's what lies beyond this door. Which is neither for you nor I to go poking about in. I'm paid to guard this cove, and that's what I do. No one enters, no one leaves. None but the good priestess, or old white Nil. Not much I can tell you about the good priestess. For one, I'm not sure she can't hear us, even now. Her power covers this town, and she coddles it like a newborn child. Smothers it, sometimes, if you ask me. I imagine it's a fine enough village, if you don't mind some going on about Lyria, and you're not a refugee. He's the priestess's old watchdog, that's what he is, and my commander. She says bark, he barks, bite, he bites. He keeps me and the militia orderly, and sits on his bench, that's all. You? Go in there? No, 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 not allowed. Not on your life. Yes, yes, that would be quite a shame, wouldn't it? Why don't you go on through, and not mention this to, anyone? Right then.
You are not Dil the White, nor the priestess. Have you come to laugh, or to beg me for oracles? It was he and the priestess who put me here. He returns from time to time, to sputter and gloat with his scarred thoughts. They brought me here to know the future, wanting riches, wanting luck. When I could give them none of those things, they spat and called me Tuatha and left. She saps the power from my limbs and uses it for her own. She is as the cypress, standing tall in a calm, yet bending in the slightest breeze. Nothing at all. I sit in reverie. I cannot stretch beyond the confines of this circle. Because the priestess and Nil the White put me here, and I cannot leave. It is a prison of powerful magic. The magic of the children of dust. Magic that is strange to me. Yes, more than anything. But as you see, I cannot. There is the gate, which Nil the White can unlock with his key. And there is the circle, my true prison, which can be broken by words only the priestess herself knows. Is that why you have come? You'll need Nil's key to open this gate. The magic words of the priestess will release me from her circle.
You should not have given those wretches the wand. Now they will cling to that ruined farm. They stain the sanctity of our land. What other god or goddess holds magic, mystery, and fate in her hands? None. You would be wise to seek her favor. Yes, sadly. We can't figure out who, but everyone agrees. It must take place late at night, when all are asleep.
Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong and the proud fall beneath her displeasure. Go in peace.
Not a refugee, are you? Don't look it. No Fae, no refugees, not in Tyrion's Rest. Tuatha, summer, winter, it makes no difference. They're no friend of mortal kind. What do you expect of a thing with no grasp of morality, or honor, or death? The priestess guides, and I guard. She lights the path, and I keep a sharp eye for those that stray. They'd have done well to lead a pious life before the war. They think they can come crawling here for a second chance. But it's too late. The wheat has been parted from the chaff. There is nothing for them but to accept their fate as Lyria dealt it. I fought in Gallifore Plain and the War of Paris. Took a wound in Oriator's lance. I served my time, served with honor. I fought in the war, but Priestess Corellon is my general now. Without her guidance, every one of us would be huddled in tents like refugees. I see. It's not pretty, but it had to be done. If you'd seen all that I have, those creatures are a menace. All Fae are the same. They look harmless enough, but what they are is a threat to all Alfar. You're headed to Chloricon, then? And you wish to see what you're up against? This one is the summer variety, but it is no less dangerous. Take this key and try to be discreet.
Well then.
Those she holds dear prosper and thrive. Yet greetings, traveler. I am the mayor of this village, its priestess, and its guiding light. Now tell me, child, are you also a follower of the goddess Lyria? Then you are most welcome here to the village of Tyrann's Rest. If you seek healing, I can aid you. The doors of our inn, trader, locksmith, and sanctuary are all gladly open to the weary visitor. Lyria is the goddess of magic and of all good Alfar. Those who love and cleave to her will prosper, as we have done. I am sure I don't know what you are speaking of. Do what? Are you accusing a daughter of Lyria of... Do you know who I am? If you persist in speaking nonsense, I will ask you to leave Tyrann's Rest. I have nothing more to say to you. You are forgiven, as it is Lyria's nature to forgive. You, there. See that a guard keeps watch within my sanctuary. Welcome, child.
Another fine day.
Another fine day.
Bless.
My powers return. Benevolent child of dust, accept this gift. Find me among hill and dale. If you are hurt, I will heal you. First, I must leave this cave a little while, mortal, and renew myself with the land. I have not yet made up my mind what turn of seasons are due to him. I do not think they will be mild. The spell is cut like the tree's deep root. What power she took from me have ceased to flow.
Oh, I know you are the one who freed that danger. Yes, danger. He came to me, cursed me. My powers are gone. I cannot heal or protect the people of my village. And then what he did to White Nil. The poor man. He is down in the cove now, crawling around like a mindless animal.
Deserved.
That Fae stole my power, but what it did to Nil. What misery you've brought on our heads. Don't you dare! I will share from the collection with you. Will that keep you quiet? Even if I had my former powers, I would not waste them on you, you meddling ingrate. Bereft of his senses after the Fae, he's gone down into the cove, and nothing I say will make him come out again.
Lyria bless and let the Fae be damned. There's a dear. If you happen to be around there at any odd times, do keep an eye for that thief. Lyria only knows when they're doing it. I'm sure the priestess or White Nil would want to hear of it if you did find the scoundrel. Porella sermons grace and patience, but I lost a son. I'd go over there and wring every one of their evil necks. I'd come back and wring the ones on this side afterwards, for good measure. A room in the inn? Why, you're in luck. I have one to spare. I think you'll find it lovely. A nicer spot to rest your weary bones, I can't imagine. Goodbye, then. Hello?
Lyria, guide.
And now I just need to wait for that guy to come and try and steal the money.
Welcome to Tyrion's Rest.
Hello.
Has anyone seen Candy?
Yes?
You. It was you.
Refugees aren't welcome.
Why is it always daytime?
Don't they? No vagrants, no beggars.
Yeah, I'll just end the stream here. I don't have the time to deal with that quest. Well, I'll see you guys hopefully tonight. I can't remember what I'm gonna be streaming, but yeah, I'll see you guys tonight.